What's up? It's your girl Yana Piranha, and I'm back today with another video to show you guys my infamous salmon recipe that I really love and enjoy, that is quick, easy, and simple, and it only takes up to an hour. Alright, so first you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You always want to make sure your oven is preheated so the food is ready to go. So now you see I am cutting up my vegetables first. I usually start off, the only vegetables I really like are broccoli, onion, mushrooms, but this time I only had broccoli and onions. I just keep it really simple. Those are like my only top 3 vegetables really that I really enjoy, so. Alright, so next you see I am cutting up my onions. I'm going to put my broccoli and my onions off to the side, and then I'm going to get into seasoning my meat. I laid out all my seasonings so you guys can see. This is what I typically always use to season my salmon. And I'm also going to be using shrimp as well for my mashed potatoes. And as you can see, that is the seafood stuffing I am going to use to stuff my salmon with. You guys, that seafood stuffing is so good. They sell it at Ross's, even though I heard they were at the Capitol as of recently. I didn't know. I bought it beforehand, but that seafood stuffing is so good. I think it's about $8 a pound. I only bought a pound, and as you can see, it's really a lot. I'm showing you guys the seasoning as I go. I know it says garlic. That's actually black pepper. We ran out, but I still do have garlic powder and garlic pepper. And I always usually, this is like my go-to every time I make salmon. I use the same seasonings every single time. And I'm going to put a little bit of a stir-fry sauce on top of it just to give it a nice glaze, and with some honey. You guys are going to see that as well. Alright, so what you're about to see now, I'm going to make an incision in the middle of my salmon so I can stuff it real good so we can get that nice seafood stuffing in. Y'all need to go try it. Usually Ross's does sell the salmon with the seafood stuffing inside, but this time I want to buy like a big chunk of it and buy buku salmon, so you know it's always on hand and I don't have to buy it all together in one. So you're just gonna make a nice little incision in the middle, and then I'm going to start stuffing my salmon with a fork. Usually, I wouldn't recommend keeping the seafood stuffing out in the refrigerator. If you're only going to use it once that day, make sure you put it in the freezer so it doesn't go bad, because the oils do start secreting out. I don't know, when I left it in the refrigerator, it started to get oily, so I put it in the freezer. So I do recommend that. So yep, as you can see, I'm just going to stuff it as much as I can, and then we are going to get into the shrimp. Alright, y'all, the funny thing about me, I really hate washing dishes. I am not a fan of washing dishes, so I put everything in an aluminum foil and then I put it in a pan. But typically, anytime I make any type of seafood, I am going to steam it. So I use aluminum foil. I lay the whole entire pan with aluminum foil. I literally put everything in aluminum foil, then stick it in a pan, because I just don't enjoy doing dishes. I still wash the pan, but it makes it less of a hassle and less scrubbing that I have to do. If all I have to do is just get the little juices out and call it a day. I don't have to do any hard scrubbing, because I hate that with a passion. So I'm just going to put my salmon right in the middle, and then add my vegetables. And then usually I lay butter around, and I'm going to do my little stir fry drizzle, and I'm going to also add honey with that drizzle as well to give it like that little Hawaiian razzle dazzle. This is actually really good. Usually I get most of my stuff from Ross's. Like I said, recently I heard they was at the Capitol. So I can't support them anymore. So unfortunately, so I'm just gonna have to find another way to spend my black dollar. Alright, so now I'm just going to put aluminum foil on top of the salmon as well so it can steam while it's in the oven, because usually when you don't put aluminum foil on top, it's gonna like bake it. We're trying to steam it so it doesn't get, because you know usually when you put salmon in the other oven, it kind of dries it out. So just to keep that moisture, and I do put aluminum foil on top of the pan, and I do cut holes so it can, so like, you know, the steam can get out. And I'm gonna sit that off to the side, and then I'm gonna start getting into my shrimp. I'm basically going to start doing the same thing as I did with the salmon, same seasonings. Besides for the shrimp, I am going to add mustard to give it that little kick. Alright, so now we're getting into our side dish. So our side dish is going to be some garlic mashed potatoes. My brother wanted to show off his little lizard so she can make her grand appearance to the people. But yeah, I'm making garlic mashed potatoes. So basically I'm going to cut up my potatoes in little squares. I also put those in the oven as well. And then once they were really, really soft, I put them in a bowl and mashed them up, as you guys will see at the end of the video. So basically, same thing. Only thing for the potatoes, I'm going to use garlic pepper, garlic powder. I do have minced garlic, butter, salt, and that's about it. Alright, so basically I'm putting everything. I'm putting the garlic, the potatoes, and the shrimp in another pan as well. Like I told you, I put everything in aluminum foil. I refuse to do dishes. I refuse to do all that hard work. For what? So I save myself the hassle and wrap everything in aluminum foil. So I'm going to put that in the same pan with my potatoes. And then I'm going to put everything in the oven and everything will be ready to go. Voila! Alright, so about an hour passed by, and as you can see, I smashed the potatoes. That's my salmon. It was so good, y'all. Oh my god, y'all need to try this recipe. I ate it up, no crumbs left. Alright, so I got it done about 12:37. You see, I started at 12. I put the food in the oven at 11:31. This is the final product.